Synodic, I think we're about to go and let everything go, but I think now would be a good time. I'm going to hand it over to you. But a quick question before we go any further. Why don't we get a little quick overview of everything that's going on?
Well, right now, we're about to enter into the Synodic survey, my little game show that I've put together, which will be testing who has been paying attention to the cutscenes and story of Final Fantasy XIV, and who's been skipping everything. I know who you are, and I pay attention. So, for those lore fans out there who have enjoyed the story of Final Fantasy XIV and want to prove that they've enjoyed it, now is your chance. My three contestants and you are all going to be drilled to see who is going to be able to accumulate the most points by answering the amount of questions correctly. And I think two of my contestants are still away.
All right, well, that's all right. We'll leave
Aiden, you there, buddy?
I am here, yes.
Come join me on stage, my friend.
I'm
Yes,
also here.
sir.
Okay, so Spider, Raph, get up
small,
here.
But I'm not that small. You can see me.
Heck yeah.
Yo.
Yes.
Where do I stand?
Just
I
right
think
here.
it's easy to
Anywhere
see
will
a
be.
lot of us
Anywhere will
gonna
do.
win
You're
tonight.
small. We can make room.
If anywhere will
Also,
do, then I think this is perfect.
Boy. Hey, Tunnel Snake.
Yeah?
Get up there.
All right.
So, hiding behind Scribe, kind of shy.
So-
Hello.
Welcome everyone to the Synodic survey, and I'll try to cut straight to the chase since we're running a bit late today, but no problem at all. So, as I just said, we are going to be testing my contestants here knowledge. So, before we get into this, a few rules to go over, my friends. Because what's a game without a few rules and restrictions? So, rule number 1. Let's see. Get 3 to 5 people together, plus 1 lore nerd as a host. Okay, we've got that covered. We're going to be answering some questions. And there we go. So, in this list, we've got 20 standard questions and 5 special questions. Every standard question is going to be worth 1 point. And if you answer correctly, then you will simply get the point. You're not fighting each other for answers here. What you will do after I ask a question is you will whisper to me your answer. And just so you know, don't worry, I'm not going to grill you on spelling. Final Fantasy XIV is a wonderful MMO that makes use of multiple different languages from our own reality, and as such, trying to keep all the spelling in your head, much less the pronunciation of them all, is tough. So, you will whisper your answers to me, and after I've gotten answers from all 3 of you, I will give the answer and award points accordingly. So, but then every 5 questions I will give a special question. And this is where things get interesting. If you're feeling confident, you can opt to join in to the special question, because I will give you a prompt. I will say that this special question has to do with something you are familiar with in Final Fantasy XIV. Answer correctly, and you will get 3 points. Answer incorrectly, and I will take a point away from you. So, if you're feeling confident, join in on the special questions. If you're not feeling confident, might just want to let it hang there for a bit. So, how are we feeling, you 3?
Quick question.
Great.
I am terrified.
What does confident mean? I don't even think that's in my dictionary.
That's
anymore.
minus 1 point. Scribe,
No.
take 1 point away. That was a special question. Sorry. Yeah.
No.
All right, well,
win again.
then let us get the show on the road. Chat, audience, how are we feeling? Are we feeling excited for our contestants? Do you feel confident in your ability to answer lore today?
You see, the trick is if you're not confident, just talk loud.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
true.
If you keep shouting, eventually you might
Someone
be right.
will believe you.
Someone.
I'm ready. I can do this.
Excellent.
Wow.
Excellent.
this.
All right, we'll start easy with question number 1. Everyone knows Estinian. Everyone loves Estinian. He's the Azure Dragoon. He's the original edgelord of Final Fantasy XIV. And the first question is this. What is Estinian's last name? All right, we got 2 answers so far.
So easy.
And looks like we're going to have to move past question 1 with no points, unfortunately.
Ah, crap.
Whoa, no.
Ladies and gentlemen, Warmblood is not Estinian's last name. It is actually a nickname / title associated to him. His last name is Varlino.
What the heck?
His full name is
Cheeky
Estinian
Elsa.
Varlino.
Oh, I knew it. I was right there, but man.
I misspelled it.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
it looks like Wormblood, but it actually
Yeah, I thought you
spelled.
said spelling was gonna
Yeah.
get us.
Look, I'm a level
Yeah,
90
don't worry about
Lancer. I
spelling.
don't know
So long
Estinian.
as I think you've got it close, I'm willing to give it to you. But unfortunately, we're gonna have to move on to question 2.
Damn.
So, over the course of Final Fantasy XIV, you've done a lot of work with the Adventurers Guild. And of course, it has a bit of a varied history, as it is a recent organization that's emerged within the continent of Aldenard. So, one particular person that you've met from the very beginning of Final Fantasy XIV is the son of the founder of the Adventurers Guild. The question is this: name the son of the founder of the Adventurers Guild?
Who named them?
What is his name? You've met him since the
Oh.
very beginning.
Yeah, oh, this is easy. Okay. Great.
Oh no, I sent it to the wrong person.
Oh wow, would you look at that? What a
Oh my
That's a-
god, I
that's-
gave you the answer.
wow, the answer just for me.
Oh
damn it.
wow! What's this? Oh man.
I'm so dumb. I'm basically throwing.
No.
I can't believe it.
Okay, so it looks like we have 2 correct answers.
Would you look at that?
Would you look at that?
Oh,
How interesting.
I can't believe
love
I got
that
it
guy.
wrong.
So, Siders,
Love
unfortunately, Hoary Boulder is not the son of the Adventurers Guild.
Are you sure? Though? Like, I haven't done a DNA test. Have you?
Okay,
That's true.
but no. The son of the founder is Baderon Tenfingers, the barkeeper at the Adventurers Guild in Limsa Lomenza.
Look, I only read the
It's not
Old
Old
start.
Oslo, I
That
wouldn't
doesn't
know it,
count.
yeah. My
Yep.
problem.
So,
And as Aegis was saying, they did accidentally PM me the answer, so I don't think you should give me a point for
No,
me.
no, you
no,
answered
I
it
had
correctly.
no idea.
So,
You can give me
Correctly.
If you don't want
so
it, I'll
don't worry
take it.
about it. We're
Okay.
moving on. Oh goodness! Well, it looks like the chat answered correctly too. Man, I'm proud of all of you. So, question 3: Menphilia has left a varied life. She was orphaned after an incident in Ul'dah, became the antecedent to the Scions, and even the voice of Hydaelyn herself. But her father is often an overlooked character within the story of Final Fantasy XIV. Before he died, what was his profession? What was he that made him important to the story of Final Fantasy XIV?
Oh.
I think I'm confusing this for someone else.
I'm not gonna make the same mistake again, okay?
Alright, I got 2 answers so far. A person in chat said he was alive. He
Yeah,
indeed
that
was alive
was,
before he died.
I want to know
was
what
the same.
cutscene this was in. I don't remember this.
He was a stay-at-home father.
Okay.
I gave it
Yeah.
my best. I'm pretty confident with that one, so I think I got it.
So we actually have. I'm willing to give it to 2 people, and unfortunately, horse driver was not his profession before. Chocobos are more
It's so
popular on
well.
Aldenard in the first place. What the heck?
He could have made a living out of that, though. He was really good at it.
Do you think he
man.
rode stick or automatic?
A stick for sure.
Okay, but
Okay, yeah.
the answer is that he was a Garlean spy, but he was a double agent. He was actually feeding Garlemald false data and was a resistance supporter. So,
Wow.
Aiden and Spider, you both. I'm willing to accept your answers because
I'll take it. I need it.
you're technically he might not have been a resistance leader, but he was.
Yeah,
a
that was the other
member.
blonde.
It
So
was pretty close.
it's close
Basically,
enough. I'm
yeah.
willing to give it to you.
Yeah.
So, question 4. We've gotten to experience a whole lot of new and fascinating lore with the 12 ever since the new 24-man raid has come out. And I'm going to be honest, I am super excited to see how it resolves next week. But let's see how much you remember about the 12. Because all of them have been associated with certain spheres of influence in Eorzean society. Which god of the 12 is known for justice and truth?
Justice and truth?
Yes.
Remind me what society you said?
Just
Did you say
Eorzean society in
Eorzea?
general.
Okay. Oh, good luck.
Hold on, I'm now gonna make this mistake again.
You know what? No, that's a genius one. This is the easiest question of them all.
This is quite
Just going with gut instincts every time. Like, whatever comes to mind, that's what it's going to be.
It has to. I must be correct.
Uh,
If I'm not correct, I'm suing.
I don't remember the name. I'm blanking out.
You're blanking out.
Oh.
Oh, you got something for me? Oh, for God's sake. Well, unfortunately, we have to move past this question with no correct answers, unfortunately,
Crap.
again.
Damn.
Oh, I see a lot of people saying Halone, but the
Was it
only
not?
people that see Halone as a god of justice is Ishgard.
Yeah.
And they're always right about everything.
Her sphere, Halone's sphere is that of war and combat as far as the Eorzean religion is concerned. The god associated with justice, truth, and more importantly, inquiry is the goddess Azima.
That's my patron deity as well. I
Sorry,
should
that's
really know that.
Yes, the goddess of the sun. She is the goddess that you would pray to for honesty above all else.
You know what? I have a few of the 12's names in my head. That was not one of them. Gotta be honest.
Bowls.
Fair enough.
Beach.
Moving on to question number 5. So, we experienced a calamity with Bahamut's rampage. And that is called the 7th calamity. And as such, it was astrally charged. The calamity before that was the calamity of water. And all the calamities beforehand have been associated with an element to some extent. Tell me, what was the first calamity? What element was it associated with?
Uh,
Oh, the chat seems to know where I'm going with this. Or
Wait,
Boulder,
no.
what?
Can't do /R. That's right.
No. You should do the /R for your answer.
Let's see, I have Umbral, Hoary Boulder a second time, and the Void, aka Nothingness. And unfortunately, none of those are correct. The first calamity was associated with wind.
Oh.
I'll be honest, that was the first thing that came to mind, but it didn't feel right for some reason. Like,
Yeah, no, that was the first thing I thought of.
Your gut, honestly. But no, the first elemental calamity was the calamity of wind, followed
second
by
guessed
lightning, followed by earth, then
Fire.
no, wait, it was fire, then earth, ice, water, and now we're caught up.
Damn.
So,
These calamities.
these calamities.
I'm pretty sure Hoary Boulder will be the 8th calamity, though.
Hoary Boulder is... I wouldn't vote against him. He's pretty awesome.
You don't know what he's up to.
But here we are. Question 6. Now, everyone has played different jobs in Final Fantasy XIV. Everyone loves experiencing some of the jobs in this game. And as such, a soul crystal is associated with each of them. Little trinkets that hold the memories of people that fought before you, individuals you're able to learn from. However, one of these jobs, that's not Blue Mage, has a blank soul crystal. And this is the only job you can take into endgame material that is not learning from anyone but themselves.
Yep.
Alright, and that is, all 3 of you got it correct. Machinist
I actually knew that one.
The only job in Final Fantasy XIV, that's not Blue Mage, that doesn't have an Age Soul Crystal, which means, canonically, all those backflips and twists that the Warrior of Light's doing, they're just doing it.
Just winging it?
They're just winging it. Like, no one told them to do flips and stuff. They're just being a goose. So,
And the metal waifu.
My headcanon is that after having to learn the rotation for Monk, the Warrior of Light was like, fuck it, I'm gonna make it worse. And they went for that, for the Machinist. So if I have to suffer, Machinist will have to suffer too.
Oh, pretty much. But no, congratulations. All of you got that one.
Yeah, we all got it. Wow, that's crazy.
Oh, wait a minute.
No, don't look at it. No,
you know
said
what? I already wrote it down, so don't. Someone else has been mad.
You are.
It's worth cheating.
Well, here's the thing. You 3 aren't the only ones whispering me. Will people that aren't my contestants please stop whispering me?
I agree. No. Can we continue that? Actually, just keep.
We'll keep going because I made a mistake. But for the record, moving forward, please let my my message box is full as is. Please.
I'm glad that Sage does not have a crystal.
Okay. Josh.
Very 4 crystals in each of them.
Moving on.
Maybe you
Question
could do
number,
the knowledge jaw.
question number 7.
The 4-headed class. Sorry.
The Archon Louisoix is the entire reason that the 7th Emerald Calamity wasn't as bad as it could be. In fact, it was the shortest calamity in the world's history because of him. So, he accomplished this through a variety of things, but one of the things he leaned upon heavily was his staff. A relic staff that was very powerful and was actually held up behind the antecedent of the Scions for a while. What is the name of that staff?
Oh, I'm not gonna spell this right. I can feel it already.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna nail you on spelling. So long as I get the idea that you know what you're talking about, you're fine.
I did ARR this year. I got this in the bag.
I did ARR this year.
Really
I don't.
I've done ARR maybe like 20 times. I have too many alts.
All right. So, yes, Sly, you are correct. I will give that to you, my friend. But, so, Aiden and Cider, you are correct. The name of the staff is Tup Samadhi. And Wrath, unfortunately, the staff is not named Louisoix.
What do you mean?
Louisoix does not wield Louisoix.
Louisoix is the staff, not the man.
Oh, man.
The man was the staff, and the staff was
The staff was the man. All right. So, moving on. Question 8.
Yes.
The Warrior of Light and the Signs of the Seventh Dawn aren't the only ones that have dealt with primals in the past. In fact, there's one group of individuals that are well known for defeating primals. What adventuring party was hired to deal with primals like Leviathan and Titan before the Signs of the Seventh Dawn?
What? Yeah.
Hint, you did an entire side quest for them. before you got to
Crystal
fight
was
Titan.
sitting there sipping on the juice, and we were running around.
Is it a dick move to answer before the question is done? I'm trying to get there before chat does. They're pretty quick.
You just message me the answer whenever you feel. Oh my god. Alright. So... Wrath, unfortunately, they were not known as the Warriors of Light. That's a title that's recent.
I mean,
Is it too late to...
Aiden, I'll go ahead. Let's see what you say.
Something like that. It was something
Okay,
like that.
alright, you know what? I'll give it to you both. Aiden, Cider,
Okay,
you
thank God.
are both correct. The Company of Heroes was the group
Heroes.
that you were
Oh.
helping before taking on Titan. And
I
they were commissioned
actually
by
feel
Limsa
that
Lomenza to deal with the Primals long before the Scions were a thing.
I'm not joking. I really have done ARR like 20 times. That's not an exaggeration.
Listening to the answer and seeing what I typed out, it makes me look like I don't know how to write English.
Alright.
I can even think of the
What-
quest that should have got it for me in the Company of I hate them.
Okay, so question 9, and then we'll get into some special questions. So,
Yeah.
question number 9. We've dealt with dragons ever since, well, ARR, honestly, and it only got crazier since Heaven's Word. But the dragons, or some of them, were expected to maintain mantles of responsibility at some point in their lives. In fact, Midgardsormr planned on handing his mantle of World Protector to one of his 7 children. Which one was he going to name his successor? Chat seems to be on top of this.
Hold on. How do you write it? just gonna...
I had
I'm
2
not
names
even
in my
gonna try.
head. I gave you one of them. I hope it's the right one.
I started with the first letter and then I
Honestly,
gave up
same.
on the name.
I was like,
And it looks like all 3 of you and most of chat are correct. Nidhogg was originally
go.
supposed to be the successor to the Protector role and inherit that mantle from Midgardsormr. Unfortunately, as we all know, 1,000 years ago, during Thornton's betrayal, he kind of went a little crazy and decided to murder Spree instead.
he
So,
was kind of in the right, though.
oh,
He got a
trust me,
little
don't get me
mad.
wrong. Like,
happens.
I'm not going to say it's okay to kill people, but I understand why Nidhogg felt the way
It's just
he
a
did.
little oopsie. It's fine. He'll be okay. He can't get any worse than killing one guy, right?
So, no. Like, Nidhogg, and that's the thing, Nidhogg was going to take his job seriously, and Ratatoskr was actually helping to kind of guide him along that path of not being a complete dick. But when she was gone, like, the one thing stopping him from going, like, full Dragon Superioris was also gone.
Yeah.
Alright, so, moving on to our first special question. This is going to be worth 3 points if you get it right, but I'm taking a point away if you get it wrong. So, the topic is Ascians.
Oh, I'm in.
You're in? Okay, we got Aiden, he's in.
How many points do I have?
Currently, Spider has got 5, Aiden's got 6, and you, Wrath, have 3.
I have nothing to lose. I'm so in.
Okay, we got... all 3 of you are in? Okay, I guess
Yeah,
we'll
let's do
go
it.
for it then. So, the topic is Ascians. Now, we have dealt with them, and even killed quite a few of them. But some of them have been killed off screen, and by characters that are rather important to the story, even if they aren't in the MSQ. So, Galuf Baldessian, Kryle's grandfather, he killed an Ascian by sacrificing himself and the
yeah.
Isle of Val, which eventually became the Eureka area that players played in.
Yup,
Tell
yup,
me,
yup.
what is the name of the Ascian he killed?
Easy.
For fuck's sake.
Oh my
Can
god!
Can I take back what he
said.
said?
Look, I didn't know it offhand, and chat beat me to it, and I wouldn't have known that. So,
Do you get extra points if I guess what Cider said?
Yeah, go ahead.
can I get an extra point if he guesses it?
Hoary Boulder.
Boulder.
Sorry, Boulder, baby.
Unfortunately, Hoary Boulder and Steve were not responsible for the death of Golf Baldessian.
Oh,
But
Steve might have been
Aiden-
involved.
Aiden,
Very
you
good.
did get this correct. The Asian that Golf Baldessian killed was in fact Emeroloth. She was going to use Eureka, the Elder Primal, to all sorts of nefarious means, and Galif Baldessian sacrificed everything to make sure that not only Eureka was killed, but her as well.
Sorry, Eureka the Elder, what now?
The Elder Primal, the one that's
Oh,
over in...
yeah.
It creates
Yeah,
other primals. It's really
There were a
sick.
bunch of overlords.
Yeah, he's the reason
Yeah,
that
okay.
Odin's walking around the 12's wood.
I see.
See, I know that. Why
I
couldn't
knew-
that be the question?
Yeah, I would have gotten that one. That one was way.
All right, fair enough. But okay, so moving on. Special question number 2 before we get back to the regular questions again. This topic is scions. How confident are you in your knowledge of scions?
All in, 100%.
All in.
100%. All three of you are all in?
Yeah.
Okay. So, an overlooked aspect of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn is how they kind of get a glam up every 2 expansions. They kind of get a wardrobe upgrade every couple expansions, if anyone else has noticed that. And no, Hoary Boulder did not get a glam up, unfortunately, Chad.
He needs one, though.
He kind of needs it. He deserves
it.
He
Yeah.
deserves it. I
He's
agree.
taking that old ass paladin gear around,
But
man.
the scion we're focusing on right now is everyone's favorite cat girl, Y'shtola. So, Y'shtola, between Heavensward and Stormblood, received a staff, a very powerful staff named Truthseeker. She carried this until Shadowbringers, when she was eventually dragged to the First. But not many people know who made this staff for her. And these are people that you've known since the start of Final Fantasy XIV. So, who made Truthseeker for Y'shtola?
Who made it?
Can I phone a friend? I think Ko would know this.
You know what? I'll allow it.
100%
There's no
guess,
way
but
Ko
it
would know.
feels right.
I know who commissioned it, but I don't know who made it.
I mean, that's true. That's who commissioned it, but that's not who made it.
No, really? No. Can I give another answer?
For the sake of
I
time.
don't have any idea, but
So
For
we don't know
the
that
sake
many
of time, we'll
crafters.
keep going. But we do have a correct answer. Cider Spider, you got it correct.
I was right.
Yes. It was the Pajal who helped make Truthseeker for Y'shtola. In fact,
Stupid Kokiri kids. Yes.
the Pajal beseeched the elementals for their blessing to empower the staff. And as such, the staff was made that much more powerful. And thus, Truthseeker was born and given to Y'shtola. So, to all those that think that the elementals are just jerks who do nothing to help, well, they do.
They
just
usually are, yeah.
In weird ways. So, the elementals did actually, and the Pajal are the ones who made Truthseeker for Y'shtola. And with that, we'll go out of the special questions and back into the regular ones. Question 10. We've dealt with the noble houses in Ishgard. Most notably, House Forton. But the other houses are well known for things too. Of the 3 noble houses, which one was known for producing astrologians? Stargazers, the ones who observed the Dragon Star for Ishgard, which of the 3 houses outside of Forton did so? Ooh, chat seems to know this one. I'm impressed.
Oh, this is from the Astro line.
I couldn't remember any of the other names. There's one I know, and they're not known for Astros. I know one that's known for other stuff, but
The one who got this one correct is actually Aiden.
Something like that. I don't know if I spelled it correctly, but I remember the general.
No, you
way it
are
sounds.
you are in fact correct. And so is chat. The house that's well known for producing astrologians was House Durandare.
I can tell you all about Einhart. That's the only one I know.
House Durandare produced astrologians to observe the dragon star and to warn people when and where dragon movements were going to be. Which is why it's kind of fitting that their house crest is a golden bell.
House Boulder of Hori.
So kind of easy to remember. Imagine that bell ringing to sound the alarm, and there you go. They have the astrologians.
I don't
Question
even know
11.
if I said an Ishgard name.
You've done a lot of Beast Tribe quests, I can only assume.
Oh yes, every single one.
And over time, you've built bridges, relationships, and understood their cultures. But there's one particular Beast Tribe that you've dealt with that is confirmed canonically that would not have survived without your help. Which one am I talking about?
No, you're not allowed to know that. I need more points.
Wouldn't die without our help. Oh.
And it looks like I have to give the points to Spider and Wrath on this one. Sorry,
Damn.
Aiden. The answer is the Namazu.
Seigetsu the Enlightened is my bro.
It was a 50. I did maybe the first quest. It was a 50-50 between these little gamers and the Mughals.
You got.
I went with the Banu. I was sure they were gonna die on the little rock.
The Vanus suck.
While
No, they don't. They give you this dance.
While it's true that the other Beast Tribes probably would have struggled through life without the Warrior of Light's help, only one of them is confirmed to have completely, either gone extinct or suffered without you, and that is the Namazu. So, just a quick point update. Cider, you have 8 points. Aiden, you have 9. So you two are actually pretty close.
And Wrath is in first place with 12.
You have 3.
What?
Because he's lost 2 points already. He would have had 5.
Hear me out, Wrath.
Wrath was beating me.
It's time to do the comeback of all time. You got this, brother.
It's
I
possible.
trust you. Yeah.
I
Just get every
Honestly, you might be able to get this next question, because question 12 is this. The War of the Magi, the great collision between black mages and white mages, was which astral era?
You know what? Yeah. That's a number.
You know, I'm proud of Chad. I'm disappointed in a couple of you.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Aiden, you don't get to change your mind.
But it was.
So
Did I get the orders
answer-
wrong?
The War of the Magi was waged during the 5th astral era.
It was the 6th calamity, though, right?
Oh, the
It
calamity
was the
of
water calamity that killed them all. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was the
They
6th
ended
emerald
it
calamity.
at the
But
6th.
it was the 5th astral era that they began their war in.
Let's
So,
go.
Wrath, good job, man.
The random number guess worked out.
I thought it was 6 because of calamity.
I was like, I was panicking on the tells. I was like 6th or 5th or 6th. Even on the 6th, I was not sure at all.
All right, question number 13. The Warrior of Light has the luxury of being able to communicate with a variety of cultures without much problem, which is a bit odd since I don't think they are dozen-time lingual, but they do have a special power that allows them to communicate with others. What is the name of this power?
I feel like this was a trap made just for me.
Incorrect! All three of you got it right. The Echo is what gives the Warrior of Light the ability to speak with other races and be understood, and more importantly, understand others as well. It is a global communicator, I guess you could say. Otherwise, you would be...
talk to animals.
Yeah, otherwise you'd have a hard time kind of understanding the little clicks of the
Cryo can talk
mandibles
to
of
little
the
plants.
Thoth.
Like the flowers.
I was
Yeah, but what do plants have to say?
After every other question you've asked so far, Synodic, I was so sure that was a trick question and I was about to ruin my life. But
No, I would never do you like
Huge
that, my
success.
friend.
The
But I
plants
will give you
always tell
question
to
number
leave.
14.
Okay.
Of all the playable races, some of them have come to the continent of Aldenard and by extension Eorzea, and some of them have left during various parts in history. But only one of the player races claims Eorzea/Aldenard as their ancestral homeland. Which of them is this?
Which claim what?
Which of the player races, the races you can choose to play, claim that Aldenard and Eorzea by extension is their ancestral homeland, and that everyone else is more or less invaders?
Oh. It has to be this. No way they're not.
And unfortunately, no, the Highlanders Cider are not the ones that consider Eorzea their ancestral
They got the
homeland.
best thighs, though.
They do have good glutes, but Aiden and Wrath, you are correct. The Elysian have claimed Eorzea to be their homeland by birthright.
I started in Gridania, so I had an inkling. Just based on how they behave.
We got two Elysian on
Lunarcon
this
is
stage.
first.
The entirety of the Elysian on this server are right here in front of you.
Right here,
I
exactly.
love you guys.
Flap your ears and fly away.
I'm a baby Ellison, as you can see. So
Maybe a
don't
special
kill
question
me.
will pique your interest.
Oh.
Okay.
So,
Oh.
I'm all in.
I'm peeking.
what the hell?
All in.
Got nothing to lose.
All three of you are all in already?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Well, the topic is primals. So let's see how confident you're feeling.
Okay.
You've dealt with a variety of primals throughout Final Fantasy XIV, but only one of them was summoned purely by accident. Which one were they?
I know this.
I hope that's the right name. I think, was it? Yeah. Yeah.
Aiden, unfortunately, is not Good King Mogulmog. The Mughals did indeed try to summon him on purpose.
Damn.
And while I do see a lot of people saying Susano, he actually was worshipped and prayed to as a noble spirit by the Kojin.
Don't say it was Titan.
No, there's
No,
one
I know
that
what.
some people have gotten, and
Yeah.
Wrath actually got
Let's
right.
go.
Enkidu.
idiot. Let's go.
Oh my god.
Ah!
Enkidu was
Enkidu
summoned
more like-
purely by accident.
Woo!
By Gilgamesh. He did not
Knuckles
mean
for
to,
shenanigans.
but his fervent belief in his friend and
just-
the presence of nearby etheric crystals allowed for the creation of a primal.
Got a
And
bunch of
yes,
crystals
he
off the
is
market board.
confirmed as a primal, ladies and gentlemen.
No way.
That's
A
the
very
only
weak,
cutscene I
a very
remember.
minor primal, but a primal nonetheless.
Let's
Inky
go.
Dookie.
So let me award the points there, because Wrath actually just caught up a bit with
You
that.
can't just
can't
know
believe
Hildebrand lore. Come
I
on, that's not
can't
allowed.
believe it. In Hildebrand
Alright.
lore is the best lore.
So-
I
Question 15. I hope you all remember paying attention to the ethereal wheel that's been kind of decorated in houses and locations throughout Eorzea. The symbol showing the 6 elements and of course the astral and umbral affinities. So, all of them are known to have strengths and weaknesses against each other. Earth is strong against lightning, etc.
yeah.
What element is strong against fire? What element beats fire in Final Fantasy XIV?
I've played too much Eureka, my friend.
I've played too much Eureka, but I think I forgot.
I should have picked the other one. I know it's the other one. I hate. No, it's fine.
Wait.
It's fine.
Aiden?
It's not.
Oh.
It can't be the other one.
Did I say that wrong?
And there...
Chat's
Aiden,
making me nervous.
unfortunately,
'cause-
water does not beat fire in Final Fantasy XIV, which would make sense, but the element that actually defeats fire
Oh, it's
is wind.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Wind is
Eureka
able to
wins.
smother fire in the world of Final Fantasy XIV. And I want to give a quick heads up about the point allocation, because y'all are doing well. Cider, you have 9. Aiden, you have 10. Wrath, you have 10. So,
I
let's
think
keep this
something's
going and see
on.
what
I shouldn't
happens.
be losing. That's illegal.
Let's see what happens. Question 16.
Obviously,
There's-
you blow into the fire to make it go away. That's how it
Yeah,
works.
yeah, yeah.
Question 16. An event is held in Limsa Lominsa every 7 years to decide an admiral. And Merluid Blohisfin won the last one. What's the name of this event?
In Limsa Lominsa...
In order to become admiral, Merluid had to win this event. What is the event's name? I noticed chat seems to have an idea of what it is, but not, like, super confident. And Aiden, you are actually the one that got this right.
Did I spell it right? Because
You didn't, you added an I to the end for some reason. But
I was... yeah.
the Trident is, in fact, the event that is held every 7 years to decide another admiral. Which means that if someone, like, wants to challenge the good old Queen of Pirates, she'll have to run the gauntlet again.
Oh.
It's
Can I
really
do
funny
that?
because this info I came across when I started the game, I started in Spanish. And trident in Spanish is tridente, so it is trident but with an E at the end. And I was
Okay.
like, how do you spell this in English?
Alright, question 17. Ul'dah actually is a sister nation to this dead city-state. What is the name of Ul'dah's city-state that is now deceased?
And I'm gonna go with
I got something from Cider.
Is this related to King Lalafudo III?
this is related to something I've been grinding for the Savage version of.
This is related to corn.
And Wrath, no. Unfortunately, the Sunken Temple of Karn is not the city-state.
No.
But, Wrath, Aiden, Cider, you actually got it correct. Sildee was the sister nation to Ul'dah before it went to ruin. Question 18. All of the city-states in Final Fantasy XIV and Eorzea have more or less gotten along for the most part, but except for one problem child, Alamigo. Alamigo actually started an unprovoked war with Gridania. What was the name of this war?
Bam.
Unfortunately, Wrath, war, while not incorrect, is not what I'm looking for.
Yeah, but you said you would give it's just for spelling, right?
Yeah, but you didn't spell nothing. Oh, man.
His
But-
keyboard is invisible. That's the problem.
Yes.
But Aiden and Cider actually got this correct. It was the Autumn War. This was an unprovoked attack by Alamigo to Gridania, in which the United City-States decided to kick Alamigo in the shin a bit until they stopped. So,
And then
moving on.
Garlemald showed up.
And then Garlemald showed up, and then they had no pity for
Yeah.
Alamigo afterwards, because they're like, look, it's like, oh, help us. You started a war, buddy. Like, what do you want us to do? But, moving on. We are going to do one more standard question and one more special question because we are out of time. So, the next question is... Minfilia ran an organization before becoming the antecedent of the Signs of the Seventh Dawn. A position that was... a group that was respected by Louis Swan. What is the name of this organization she ran beforehand?
Sorry, I spaced out for the start of that. What was it?
What organization did Minfilia run before becoming the antecedent of the Signs of the Seventh Dawn?
I remember this one.
No, Wrath. Unfortunately, it was not the Wild Roses. But
Come on.
but
Come
Aiden
on.
and Cider actually got this right. It was indeed the Path of the 12. And I wish I could give points to the chat for saying Path of Hoary Boulder, but unfortunately, that is not correct.
The Circle of Knowing was Louis Swan's organization.
Yeah, the Circle of Knowing was Louis Swan.
Yeah.
All right,
A small
and
boulder the size of a big path.
and to wrap it up, this is going to be our last special question, and it's going to be a true or false question, all or nothing. If you and it has to do with Hydaelyn.
Let's go.
And to let you know, the point difference at the moment, Cider, you have 12, Aiden, you have 14, Wrath, you have 10. So if you all decide to participate in this one, get it right or wrong, it might decide the victor.
I'm
All in.
Let's make
What
this
if I just
interesting.
say no? Like I just lose, right?
You can.
I don't think I have a
vote if
choice.
you want to.
I think you're holding me at gunpoint here,
Okay.
Synodic. I think I
it's
have
not
to say
because-
yes.
It's not because I'm ahead, but what if all of us say no?
Oh,
It's not because I'm gonna win. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
It's
of course.
it's not that at all.
What if you guys both say no, but I get it right?
yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, we're in. I'm in. Put me in it.
All three of you are in?
Yeah.
Yo,
I think we're all
Okay.
in.
In that case, this is a true or false question. Upon her defeat, the unsundered souls that made up Hydaelyn returned to the ethereal realm. True or false?
Say that one more time.
Upon her defeat, the unsundered souls that made up Hydaelyn's being returned to the ethereal realm. All right, we have our answers, and the chat has their answers as well. And
Come on, this
Aiden,
is-
unfortunately, the answer is false.
yeah.
The souls that made up Hydaelyn were consumed in their entirety to create her, which means that Vana, her friends, everyone that became Hydaelyn are gone forever, unfortunately.
No,
Which means, Cider, with 15 points over Aiden's 13 and Wrath's 13, you win.
Yes!
But you
And
lose by
Wrath,
5 points,
you
'cause I just got
tied with
5 points, right?
Aiden.
it was the combat
I
at
get
the
to-
time.
The
So you
secret
bo-
Wrath games points. So I
Yes.
win, right?
So, so the two of you tied for second place. Insider, you are the winner of our first ever
Let's go.
Synodic survey. Congratulations.
All right, first I want to thank my mom. Second, Hoary Boulder, he
Okay.
basically gave me the win. I couldn't have
Thank
done it
God,
with
thank
Hoary
God.
Boulder.
If it wasn't for Hoary Boulder, it would have all been over.
Excellent. And honestly, I'm proud of chat as well and all of our participants that have just been watching because they got more questions right than I thought they would. Even the tricky ones. Either they've been watching way too many of my videos or they've been paying a lot of attention to Final Fantasy XIV.
I gotta say, this was a lot of fun to watch, and I, myself, as a Final Fantasy baby, have learned so much about the lore of Final Fantasy XIV. So, Synodic, thank you so much for just the amazing game show that you put on here and all of the hard work that you did. So listen, chat and everyone in the audience, let's go ahead and get a big applause, round of applause for Synodic Scribe and all of the hard work they did in putting together these questions and getting this entire show set up. We really do appreciate your hard work.
Oh,
Let's
of course,
go.
anytime.
And of
Thank
course,
you for having me back.
yes, of course, absolutely. I'm looking forward to what you potentially will do in Lunarcon 2024.
I mean, if you'd be crazy enough to have me back, sure.
And of course, a big thank you to our contestants, Aiden, Cider Spider, and Wrath Games, without whom of which we would have just been staring at a stage. And of course, to Cider on the big win. Cider, let's get another big round of applause for all of them. Big round. Now that you're crowned the historian of Final Fantasy, what are you gonna do with all of this knowledge in your head, in your big brain?
So first, I'm gonna pretend that I actually knew more lore than Adon, and that it wasn't just down to that last twist question at the end. But also, I'm gonna flex really hard, shout really loud, and just go around and proclaim my mastery over all of the lore, because obviously I know more lore than anyone else, possibly even Synodic Scribe. So you heard it here first. folks.
Oh, damn.
Monsters.
Casting down the gauntlet. Okay, I'm scared now. I'm scared.
Ladies and gentlemen, look forward to the Synodic Scribe X Cider Spider collab in the future, where I teach this little shit some manners.
Oh no, that's my one weakness. I don't think I can attend that.
Okay. All right.
Lord
Very
about
busy that
Malifaux
day.
mortality.
Busy being
Let's
sick.
see.
Well, I hope that everybody enjoyed the Synodic survey. I had a great time with it, but it is time for us to move on to our next event, which I think is something that we're all going to be looking very much forward to, and that is going to be the DJ Limit Break with the Pride theme. This is going to be hosted by Limit Break, of course, over at their Twitch channel, but we are going to be raiding into it, so do not go anywhere. It'll also be taking place on Crystal Marlborough, the Goblet, War 23, Plot 43. But a couple more things to go over before we close
Can I
things
do a
out.
quick shout out before
Yes,
I run away?
please.
So, anyone who's interested right now in participating in this event, if you are interested in doing the meet and greet, I'm literally walking to that right now. So, if you want to keep the
Bro.
party going and just keep
That's
talking about
cool.
lore and whatever nonsense, by all means, come and join me. In fact, let's go. Let's go, my friends.
Yeah, look at that.
We're heading out. We're having fun.
Leading the
Time to
party
train.
out of here.
Hit the follow button. We're going out, gamers.
Look
Yep.
at that train.
There we
Oh,
go.
it is
There we go.
everyone
All right.
going.
Everyone,
Smooth
let's all
gamers.
go have a
Let's
fun
go.
little time. Sorry to interrupt. By all means, keep going.
All right, well, I think that is going to be it for us here on day 2 of Lunarcon. But like I said, we are going to be going for the next